All right, let's get into it. We're about to pull back the curtain on one of the internet's biggest magic tricks, how it stays up and running when millions, even billions of us all rush to the exact same place online at the exact same time.
I mean, think about it for a second. The finale of some huge show is released, a massive new video game goes live, or a crazy news story breaks. It's like a digital tidal wave of people all trying to get through the same door. So, why doesn't the whole thing just, fall apart?
Well, the secret is actually something you already understand. To get our heads around this amazing piece of engineering, we're going to forget all about servers and networks for a minute. Instead, I want you to imagine we're running the most popular coffee shop in the entire world.
So first, let's really look at the problem. This is what happens when our little coffee shop or our website becomes a victim of its own incredible success. All of a sudden, a million people decide they want a coffee from us, right now. In the digital world, that's a million different people all clicking on your website at the same time. The scale is just wild. And here's the critical part. If you've only got one server, or one lonely barista trying to handle that entire line, it's impossible. They're going to get totally overwhelmed, they'll start dropping orders, the machine will break, and the whole shop just has to shut down. On the internet, that's what we call a crash. You've seen it, that dreaded error page. But what if you had a brilliant manager? A system that wasn't designed to make the coffee, but to manage the flow of customers. Let's meet the real hero of this whole story.
In the tech world, this manager is called a load balancer. Its entire job is to be the calm, organized traffic cop at the front door. It doesn't make the coffee itself, it just tells everyone which barista is free and ready to take their order.
And this is the genius of it all. The load balancer sees that huge line forming outside, and instead of letting everyone pile on to one poor server, it intelligently spreads the work out. It's looking at a whole team of servers, our 10 baristas, and making sure no single one of them gets buried. Okay, now this is where it gets really cool, because not all managers work the same way. You've got the application load balancer. We'll call it the connoisseur. This one's smart. It actually looks at what you're ordering. Are you just browsing the menu, or are you trying to check out with a full cart? It sends you to the right specialist for that job. Then you've got the network load balancer, the bouncer. The bouncer doesn't care what's in your order. It only cares about one thing, pure speed. It's just going to get you to the fastest available barista, period. Okay, so our coffee shop is now an incredibly efficient machine that can serve a massive crowd. But there's another problem. How do a million people find our address in the first place? This brings us to the internet's secret address book. See, we humans, we think in names, right? Like the explainer.show. But computers and networks, they don't speak that language. They speak in numbers, these long strings called IP addresses. There has to be some kind of translator between our world and theirs. That translator is the Domain Name System, or DNS. It is literally the internet's giant phone book. You look up a name you know, and it gives you the specific number the network needs to connect you. I mean, can you imagine if you had to memorize IP addresses for every website? No way. So a service like AWS Route 53 is our digital phone book. And here's the key part. When you ask for the coffee shop's address, it doesn't give you the address of a single barista. Nope, it gives you the address of the manager, our load balancer, who's waiting right at the front door. So now we have all the pieces on the board. Let's put it all together. Let's follow a single click from your keyboard all the way to a fresh cup of coffee, or, the web page you wanted. Here's how that journey goes. 1, you type in the name. Boom. 2, the internet's phone book, DNS, instantly looks it up and points your browser to our brilliant traffic manager. 3, the load balancer greets you at the digital front door. And 4, it zips your request over to the fastest, freest server available. And all of this happens in like the blink of an eye. It's unbelievably fast. But wait, it gets even smarter than that. This system isn't just about handling a big crowd. It's about creating the absolute best and most reliable path for every single user. We can do some amazing things with advanced routing. With something called failover, if our main coffee shop has a sudden power outage, poof, we can automatically send every customer to a backup location across town, and they won't even notice the thing. Or with weighted routing, maybe we have a new barista we're training up. We can send just 10% of the customers to them to see how they do before throwing them into the deep end. And my favorite, latency routing, can send you to the coffee shop that's geographically closest to you, guaranteeing you get the fastest possible service. And that right there is the magic. This whole invisible dance between the DNS phone book and the load balancer manager is happening constantly behind the scenes for pretty much everything you do online. It's the hidden architecture that makes the modern internet feel so effortless, so responsive, and so incredibly stable.
So, the next time you're binge watching a show with millions of other people, you'll know. You'll know about the smart manager and that lightning fast phone book, making it all just work. It kind of makes you wonder, right? What other invisible genius systems are out there, quietly making our modern world tick?